Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês do Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English.
Hey, Alexia.
Hey, Foster.
How are you doing? What are you doing? Where are you? Fill me in. Give me an update.
I'm still at the same place in Rio. Almost a month to go to United States.
Oh, bye.
Oh, bye.
Yeah, I don't know if we have publicly said that on the podcast yet, but Alexia...
No, I just said that on Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Cool. So do you want to tell people what you're doing?
Yeah, I'll be going to the United States on February. And what? In February?
Yes. I love when you make a mistake. What is it? It's like, oh, it's horrible. What's up? What's happening?
In February.
Yes, with months. Just a quick revision. Days is always on. Months is always on. Is always in. And years is in.
But when I say like, I'll only get to the US on February 11th, it's correct, right?
Yes, because in that case, you're talking about the day.
Oh, the date. Okay, yeah. So that's fine because I wrote Christina a message saying on February 11th. So I am correct. I just checked it out.
Okay, cool. So, why?
Okay, so I'll be going to the US because of your brother's wedding.
Yeah, my big bro's getting married.
Yeah, so we have 2 episodes with the bride and the groom, Christine and Camden. So if you want to learn a little bit of them, just go back and find it out. Sorry.
Go back and find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we received, not a lot, but several comments saying that my brother has a very sexy voice, which I thought was strange because I never have thought about my brother and thought, my brother's voice is so sexy.
Yeah, so I'll be attending to the wedding.
I'll be attending the wedding. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be staying for 3 months in the United States, and that's all we can tell you guys for now.
Because that's all we know.
More or less.
Cool. So, Alexia, yesterday we talked about some of the positive things from 2018, and we are continuing just this kind of, you know how all companies have like a big document like 2018 in review, or like these yearly annual reflections. This is just what I'm trying to do right now, but in public, just talking.
Yes, it's like a business meeting, but an open one.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but that's kind of one of my big things that we've always done a good job, I think, but continuing is just like ultra super transparency. Because that's the awesome thing about podcasts. We can talk about our lives and be really open, and it doesn't have to be like a perfect like promo video because
that's why
people know
like
we're just talking.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the spirit of transparency, let's talk about the not necessarily negative things, but the things that we could have done better in 2018, or just kind of the areas for improvement.
Okay, so first of all, I want to start.
Okay, please.
I could be more organized.
Okay, do you want to elaborate?
Yeah, sometimes I got lost with my day, not only like professionally speaking, but with my day. And sometimes I was like, okay, what do I have to do right now? And I don't know. And I used to have a very, very good thing to organize my day, which is a notebook to write everything. Like today I need to go to the gym. And then I'll have to record some podcasts with Foster. So have a planner, more or less, but not a strict one, just to organize my ideas. Everything could change, but it's good to be more organized.
Yeah, absolutely. That's also something that I'm definitely want to improve. That was not one of mine right now. But I know that we personally have tried a lot of different like time management techniques and organizational like tactics and different softwares and stuff. And I think we found out that doesn't really work too well for us.
No, it doesn't.
I think
But
we
I
can go
think
back
that
to good old pen and paper.
yeah, I think that's the best one. Seriously. Like, I'm not saying, oh, we are going to, I don't know, we are going to travel to Greece and then we need to make a plan of it. No, it's not that. It's like to wake up and write down what you need to do on that day. And the other day you wait for you to wake up the other day and do it. So you have an idea of the amount of things that you need to organize.
Yeah. Personally, I like to kind of do it at the end of the day.
I know that.
Is just so I can wake up and be like, oh yeah, these were things that I didn't finish yesterday and I need to do today. But I think having a physical thing that really helps.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about find a kind of small planner for me.
Yeah, you don't have one? I feel like I bought you several planners.
No, you bought yourself
Huh.
in Chile.
Oh yeah, those are tiny little notebooks. I don't use those to plan. I use those just to journal.
Write ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, those are my secret planners. No one can see those.
So, what's your first thing that you wish you could have been better?
Number one, I think you can probably guess this, is just health in general. So I'm sure I mentioned this on the podcast plenty of times that I am not a good sleeper. I suffer from insomnia, and a lot of that, I mean, part of it is probably biological, but a lot of that is just because I get like super stressed out and I don't really make time or give that much importance to my sleep. And then if
I am the opposite.
Oh yeah, Alexia's a very good sleeper. Which makes us a good team, but I would like to kind of get on your end of the spectrum. So that's an area when I'm not sleeping well, the rest of my health will obviously fall. Like I'll get more stressed, more anxious. It's a lot more difficult for me to like get physical exercise if I'm super tired. I'm not as good of a teacher. So that's one of the areas where I really did not do so well in 2018. And one of the big things that I want to focus on in 2019 is just like sleep is God. That is the number one thing, is to make sure I get my beauty rest.
Yes. And you can count on me.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you'll be right beside me.
Amor, this will make you feel better to go to sleep. Just watch me.
Yeah, I've tried that before. It doesn't really. I'm just like, how's he sleeping?
Or you're just like in the middle of the night. Amor, are you sleeping?
Okay, what's your second thing?
My second thing is, well, during the whole year of 2018, I didn't do any of my hobbies.
Okay, what are your hobbies?
Embroidery.
Mm-hmm. Sewing. You can also say embroidery. Yeah, that's fine.
Embroidery is what everyone says.
Yeah, embroidery, knitting, sewing. Okay, I don't really know that field too well linguistically.
Yeah. So embroidery, it's my first one on my list. Sorry.
Thank you.
I just have to find a way to grab everything that I have from my embroidery and put inside of my bag and travel around with you. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet, but I will find a way. And
Do you have that much stuff for
yeah,
embroidery?
yeah.
Huh. Okay.
We can talk about it later in another episode.
Cool.
And my second hobby would be like physical exercise.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I need to go back to that.
Yeah. So what do you want to do about that?
I need to find a way to work out whenever I am. I know that I can't go to YouTube and put a video of someone saying that because it's not me. I can't do that. I won't do that. So Pure Bar would be awesome, but I wish that they had that in every single tiny city in the US.
Yeah. So if you don't know what Pure Bar is, I believe that is like episode 7 or 8, one of the first episodes we did. And everyone seems to love that episode. So you can check that out. Yeah. I think you can. I mean, Pure Bar obviously isn't in every city in the world, but some version of, Pure Bar, yoga, Pilates, I think maybe you could just be a little more expansive with not only doing just Pure Bar, but maybe other things as well.
Yeah, I found one here, right? But it's so expensive.
Yeah.
But it's one thing that I need to figure it out how to do it during this year.
Yeah, I think we're kind of the same with that just having a community around physical activity and exercise really helps me. Like, I love going to yoga classes, but if I go to the gym by myself, I'm just like walking around the gym listening to podcasts.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that was also my second one. It's very, very similar. I said time for myself. So
yeah, fair enough.
This is more or less just pursuing and, doing all my hobbies that I like. And so last year I had a business coach, Anne-Marie. I doubt she's listening to the show, but hey, Anne-Marie. And she said one of my goals when I was we were spending a lot of time on business should be every day, take 1 hour just for me to do whatever I want. And a lot of days I have an hour for me, but it's like at the very end of the day and I'm exhausted. And normally I'm just like sitting and like looking at something on the computer or listening to podcasts or watching TV. So I really want to focus on incorporating those things in my daily routine.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah, we should do that. And everyone should do that. So everyone who's listening to us, do that.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think there's this false notion of, if I spend time for myself and if I on my lunch break sit around and play guitar instead of answering more emails, that I'm going to be worse at my job and I'm going to get fired. That's just not true. Like, if you're happier and pursuing your hobbies, you're probably going to be better at your work and just a better person in general.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. But another thing, and the last one that I could have been better is to be more assertive.
Ooh, nice. In what sense?
Yes. Well, the sense of what happened with us during the farm, that I kept saying, yes, no problem. And it wasn't right at all. So I need to be more assertive.
Yeah.
Assertive for myself, for us, and for our business. So I think this is a big step that I have to take this year.
Yeah. Got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
I need to do that too. Those crazy farm people I would do whatever they told me. I don't know why.
And then you would turn to me and say, but why you didn't say no? And I was like, would you say no? No.
Why didn't you say no?
哎，você entendeu?
I understood, but I was giving a lot of feedback in sound school yesterday on one of our sections about asking questions. And so many people make this exact same mistake where they say,
Really?
why you didn't say no? So think about this when you have a question. First, we have the question word, like who, what, when, where, why, how. And then we have the verb. So you would say, why didn't, or why did you not say no? Why didn't you say no? So you want the question word and then the verb. The common mistake for Brazilians is to use the question word and then immediately put the subject.
And it's really weird because this is a very basic mistake, but everyone does it.
Yeah, it's just kind of when you're in the moment of asking a question, just like
Yeah,
structure
and talking
goes out the
fast.
window. Yeah. So it's a
Yeah.
pretty easy thing to remember. If you say who, what, when, where, why, how, the next word that comes out of your mouth should be a verb.
Cool.
Cool.
What about your last one?
My last one. So this was actually on my list of my most positive things and my most negative things. And that is business. So last year was a great year for us for business in the sense that we accomplished a lot. We recorded 280 episodes between Inglês sobre Rádio and our other podcast, Karaoke Connection. We finished an entire course. We got a lot of new students. All that was awesome, but there were some bad things. First, I think personally, I worked way too much. I think you did as well. And that kind of affected my health and probably, just wasn't a super positive thing. And secondly, I think we were a little ambitious about how much we could travel and just how much we could do, especially on the farm in Portugal. You can't take care of 10 dogs in 110-degree heat and have terrible internet. So you have to drive to a small town and then run two businesses at the same time. That's impossible. Well, it's not impossible. We did it, but I think it was probably not the best situation for us, the best situation for our students, and especially for our long-term health.
Yeah, that's for sure. I would say that it was very important for us to have this situation right now, because I know that if we hadn't had this situation, we would be thinking that, oh, that's okay, no problem at all. Next year we'll be doing that. And no.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to have it when we were 28 years old.
Yeah.
If that happened when we were like 35, I'm pretty sure
not cool
I would have just dropped dead.
Yeah.
Cool. So for me, 2018, I'm really, really going to focus on my health, especially
2019.
2019. Health, get better sleep, physical exercise, really try to have better work-life balance, and then make a little bit more time for me to do the things that I love, play guitar, write songs, read.
Can I say something?
Absolutely. Great pronunciation.
Yes. I was waiting for that. I think that this year we should get in cooking class.
Yeah, for sure. I'm down. I'm down like a clown.
Yeah. Okay. So next episode?
Next episode will be our last episode of this kind of year in review. And I'm going to make us do something really weird that a lot of people on the internet are doing. So you guys can look forward to that tomorrow.
Okie dokie. Bye. See you tomorrow.